Hello, I am Thortrilisk, and today I'm going to be going through the veteran introduction to Heroes of the Storm. This introduction is pretty great. The tutorial kind of explains everything pretty well. I just figured this one's harder to go through, but it's also, once you've gone through it, you get a better hero. And this is how I started, and I figured it would be helpful to kind of talk you guys through it. How to do it.
Welcome to the Veteran Challenge.
Okay, so in this portion here, he just previously said, you're going to fight this guy, and he's going to kind of talk you through how to do it. Alright, so, this introduces the talent mechanism right here. This is actually a pretty good one. This one, is, it's good for this situation, but I wouldn't take it most of the time, because it requires you to not die. Right, it has a gambit, and it requires you to not die, so I wouldn't use that. Oh, I actually really love this one. This one is good for this case, and the other one's good for this case. So,
Alright, you need to deal as much damage to the Garden Terror as possible. Click the start button when you wish to begin.
when you're selecting talents, I would go before the game. I'd go into the talents selection for the hero, and I'd find ones that you like. You know, just kind of go through and find the ones that you think will work well together, and select and click on them. And then it will put a heart on them, and then you can tell in the middle of the game which ones you've pre-selected to play with, and then you can play with those.
2, 1, begin.
So this challenge is not super hard. It's just teaching you the basic mechanics of, like, just how to play, and giving you some experience with it. One thing I would suggest for these, before I finish that, is as soon as you start, I would go to quick cast settings, and I would set it to on release. On release I find is the easiest one for me to use. A lot of people also really like it on. So what the quick cast settings does is it means that you don't have to click to activate an ability, right? So if I have it on release, that means as soon as I release the key that activates the ability, it'll just go without me having to click a button. It's very useful for a lot of things. I would just turn it on and never look back. So, for a lot of these, okay, this one, Rain of Vengeance, is the only one that you should use in this situation. Alright, so this one's just telling you to interrupt ETC's stun.
It's time to get us out of here, hero. 3, 2, 1, begin. Nice shot. You stunned multiple heroes at once with that one.
And then this one, you just want to make sure you stay out of, ETC's mosh pit, and you want to use Rain of Vengeance, and see if you can hit 2 heroes at the same time. It is a massive difference. If you've got 2, you have like 3 against 5 is pretty tough. Right, 3 against 5, you're probably gonna win that. I think it's actually 2 against 5 in that case. It's pretty insane. 2 against 4 maybe. Okay, so this one takes everyone. I like Darkness Descends. I like Warp Skirmisher. Just, pick the talents you like for this one. This one, oh man, I remember when I was first doing it. This one took me so long. It took me like 8 tries. This one is going to be a little frustrating. Just don't give up and try to, I don't know, use your abilities to their best use. Focus on the heroes. don't waste your time on the minions, on not the minions, like the little summonal. Nazeebo will summon these little guys, and don't pay attention to those. Okay, just leave them alone, because those guys are not. They don't give you any experience. Well, now all the enemy heroes are dead, so. Well, that was a mistake. Right, and that's what can happen is you'll try to like dive or do something and you'll just die. So this challenge took me forever to try to figure out. And some of the things I'm gonna do, right, to beat this challenge are you'll just be able to figure them out with experience, right? It'll be time spent playing and stuff like that that really, right, like that kill right there, it was just me using my abilities to their best use, and just, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain to you what I was doing. Also, it's called, the AI they have for these things is so bad. It's not so bad. It's like that Greymane was, I don't even know what was happening there. The biggest thing you want to make sure you're roaming between lanes, right? You want to make sure you're moving between the lanes, because that way you can do as much damage as possible for this challenge, right? Sometimes you'll want to sit on a lane, sometimes you'll want to move between lanes. And there you go. You just kind of bounce between them and deal what damage you can to the heroes, focus on the heroes, and not on the minions. Except for use your cleave on the minions. Use your Q on the minions. So that is the veteran introduction. I would do it. It's an extra challenge, but it's kind of fun, and it can be pretty rewarding once you finish it. And then it gives you a nice hero and whatever. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.